Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. John Creasey was not just prolific, especially during the golden age of crime fiction, but his work was also very influential. So it's about time we turn the spotlight on one of his novels. Let's do that today and turn the spotlight on Death on Demand. Patrick Dawlish has agreed to meet up with his girlfriend Diana Lefroy. When they get together, she tells him a troubling story. She's gotten blackmail letters from someone who wants £10,000. She ignored the first one, thinking it was a joke, but she's got more, each more threatening than the last. Now, it seems that if she doesn't pay, she's going to die. Dawlish is, of course, upset for her and at first advises her to go to the police. Diana tells him that not only has she been warned against going to the police, but she's not the only one who's been blackmailed. Other wealthy single women in her crowd have also been targeted. Two of them, Faye Longhurst and Belle DeVoe, have even died. Diana doesn't want the police involved, as I say, because she's been specifically warned about what will happen if she does. Dawlish agrees to try to help if he can, but he's soon distracted. He was being followed by a small man in a Homburg hat, and he asked his friend Edward Beresford to follow the man and find out who he was and what he wanted. Now, Beresford's been brutally attacked. As you can imagine, Dawlish wants to catch the person responsible. It's not long before he finds that the two incidents are related and that the man with the Homburg hat is key to the whole thing. As Dawlish and his friends go after their quarry, they find that they always seem to be one step behind. Then, a series of young women begin to go missing, which raises the stakes quite a lot. The police, in the form of Superintendent William Trivette, do get involved, especially once the young women begin to go missing. Trivette is not always happy about Dawlish's involvement, but the two of them do exchange information. And in the end, and after several deaths, Dawlish and the police find out who's behind everything and what it all means. So what are the elements in this novel? What is it that holds it together? This is a thriller, so there are a lot of surprises, very high tension, narrow escapes, and serious danger. As Dawlish faces off against his nemesis, each plans traps for the other. There are several murders and plenty of gunfire, a bit like a mob film, or perhaps a spy novel. Also thriller-like is the need for some suspension of disbelief. The action takes place mostly in London, and the reader is clearly placed there, both in terms of the physical location and the city culture. And because it's a city, there are innumerable places where the bad guys can hide and where Dawlish and his friends can hide. And in fact, that adds to the cat and mouse element in this novel. Each side starts by underestimating the other, but it's not long before they become all too aware that they're up against considerable skill and sometimes luck. That element also adds to the tension in the novel. Patrick Dawlish is the protagonist, and most of the story is told from his point of view, third person, past tense. He's not married, and unlike some of today's crime fictional protagonists, he doesn't have a lot of personal demons, and he doesn't drown himself in drink. In other early novels, he works for British intelligence, and then later he becomes a police detective in other novels of the series. Death on Demand is a thriller that focuses on a game of cat and mouse between two well-matched foes. It features a London setting, plenty of danger, gunfire and surprises, and a protagonist who must unravel a complicated series of events. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.